Shabbat Shalom. We're in the 5th aliyah of Parshat Noach, and Noah and his family have come off of the ark. And Adonai makes a promise. What does he say? In verse 13, he says, I have set my bow in the clouds, and it will be the sign of the covenant between me and the earth. What is the bow that Adonai sets in the clouds? Let's see. Now, I read the word bow, but if you're reading along in your English translations, it probably says rainbow. Well, guess what? It's the same word, keshet. We'll have Rachel demonstrate. Notice that the bow is the same shape as a rainbow. And which direction is the arrow pointed? That's right. The arrow is pointed up towards the heavens. Now, why in the world do you think Adonai would set a sign in the clouds of a bow pointed towards himself? Let's check into that. So, Adonai says that he is establishing his covenant with Noah and all his descendants and all the living creatures on the earth, everything that came out of the ark. So what is this covenant, this sign of a covenant between Adonai and the earth? Well, Isaiah 54, verse 10 says, though the mountains be shaken and the hills be removed, yet my unfailing love for you will not be shaken, nor my covenant of peace be removed, says the Lord, who has compassion on you. What is this covenant of peace that the rainbow reminds us of? Well, it's actually the work of Yeshua. He himself made the covenant of peace a reality. Ephesians chapter 2, verses 11 through 22 are actually talking about how he broke down the dividing wall of hostility between Jews and Gentiles, and he is uniting them together in one body, in his body. But there's even more than that. This covenant of peace is not just between Jews and Gentiles, but it's also between Jews and Gentiles together and God. This is what it says. For Yeshua Messiah himself is our peace, he who has made the two one and has destroyed the barrier, the dividing wall of hostility. His purpose was to create in himself one new man out of the two, thus making peace, and in this one body to reconcile both of them to God through the cross, by which he put to death their hostility. He came and preached peace to you who were far away, and peace to those who were near. For through him we both have access to the Father by one Spirit. So when we see this rainbow in the sky, we remember God's covenant of peace. Just as this bow points to the sky, like the bow with an arrow pointed to the heavens, so Yeshua made peace for us between himself and the Father by sacrificing himself. Kind of like maybe he shot an arrow right at himself to keep the peace, to make the peace. Wow. That's worth remembering. Shabbat Shalom.